Hi, welcome back to Rule of Thumb. Today we're going to make some bread together. I have a cookbook by the Farm Journal called Homemade Bread. I love the Farm Journal cookbooks. There is several different iterations. There's bread, there's pies, they have a regular cookbook. There's many to choose from. So I was leafing through this book and found a recipe that I thought was just a little too interesting to not try. It is called Dilly Casserole Bread, and it is what they consider a batter bread. So you are beating the dough as opposed to kneading it. So I'm going to get the ingredients together for this, and then I'll bring you back. We'll go through those, and we'll move on from there. Okay, welcome back. So we have everything together here. I'm going to go through the ingredients and then tell you what our next step is. So what I have here is a 1/4 cup of lukewarm water with 1 packet of instant yeast, or 2 1/4 teaspoons. I'm using the SAF yeast, so it comes in a bigger package, so it's 2 1/4 teaspoons. I got 1 beaten egg, 1 tablespoon of room temperature butter. In this dish here, I'll bring you in a little closer here so you can see. Maybe. We've got 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of minced onion, 1 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 2 teaspoons of dill. And then in this dish is the ingredient that was just too odd to avoid and why I had to make this bread. So this is 1 cup of large curd cottage cheese that is creamed. So I put it in my Ninja and wazzed it up and made it into a creamy mixture. So, and then back here I have 2 1/2 cups of flour. Now, what it tells us to do is heat the cottage cheese until lukewarm and then put it into a mixing bowl and add the rest of the ingredients, the yeast, the egg, all of the seasonings, and the butter, and mix that up, and then we'll get to the flour from there. So I'm going to go ahead and heat up the cottage cheese, get it into the bowl, and get the rest of the ingredients mixed in, and then I'll bring you back when we get to that step. Okay, so we're back. We got everything mixed together in our bowl here, and the next directions say, add flour a little at a time to make a stiff batter, beating well after each addition. So what we're going to do is just add a little bit of the flour at a time, and then we're going to use I got a wooden spatula here that I like to use, so we're going to just get this all incorporated, and after we get each one incorporated, then we'll add some more. So, oops. First one. Always want to make sure you're getting down to the bottom of the bowl. Add a little bit more here. And it says in the instructions here, you've beaten enough when the batter leaves the side of the bowl. So, much like when you're doing a yeast bread, a regular yeast bread in a mixer, and you're waiting for it to pull away from the side of the bowl, you're looking for the same sort of action here. And I can tell you that you can smell the dill and the onion in this bread. So I'm excited to see how this comes together. They suggest that it makes a great sandwich loaf. So we'll see how it turns out. We may be having some sandwiches on this for lunch this week. Okay, it is definitely starting to become a stiff batter, which, when you have arthritis in your hands like me, can become a little bit of a challenge, but you just power through. So, I'm going to keep adding here, and then I'm going to bring you back when we get to the point where this is ready to rest. Hi, welcome back. Okay, so a couple things happened while you were gone. One, I realized I am not as strong as farm women used to be. Whew, that was a workout. It says in the book, beating well after each addition, you know, and that it should come away from the side of the bowl. Let me tell you, I ran out of steam. I got Josh over here. He ran out of steam. And in the end, I ended up, you know, bringing it out onto the counter with a little bit of flour and kneading it for the last couple minutes until I got a dough ball. So here's my dough ball in the bottom of the bowl. We're going to go ahead and throw a towel over this. I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. I'm going to shut it off now, and I'm going to set this on top of the oven because my house is a little cool, so I want it to be warm enough for the dough to rise. So I just was creating a little heat in that general vicinity. So I'm going to throw a towel over this. We're going to let this rise for 50 to 60 minutes, and it says it should double in that time. And then I'll bring you back and show you where we're at that point. Okay, we're back. It's been about an hour, and you can see our dough has doubled in size. So now what it says is to stir down with 25 vigorous strokes and turn into a well-greased 1.5 quart round 8-inch casserole. Cover and let rise in a warm place until light, 30 to 40 minutes. So we're going to punch this down. I'm going to get it actually into my 8x4x4 Pullman pan, and we're going to try making it in this. So I'm going to punch this down here. I'm going to get this out of the bowl here. Set this aside. So we're just going to leave this here for a minute. I mean, the dough is soft and beautiful and smells wonderful. So I have a feeling this is going to be tasty. Alright, so I'm going to get this kind of into our loaf shape here. Tuck in our ends. Bring this up here. Get it into here, and we're going to tuck this bad boy in here. I'm going to kind of just even it out here so that it rises. And this dough has got some serious elasticity to it. So, just see how we come out. I'm going to go ahead and slide the lid on here. And then we're going to set this aside for another 20 to 30 minutes, and we'll check on it, and then we'll get it in the oven. I've turned my oven back on to 350 to bring it back up to temp, and hopefully by the time this is done rising, my oven will be ready and we can get it in. Okay, so it's been about 25 minutes. This bad boy has risen right up to the top. I'm going to get the lid back on this pan. We're going to get it in the oven, and I will bring you back when it comes out to show you the result. Well, folks, we had this in the oven for 45 minutes, and it looks amazing. I would say that my only concern is maybe that there's, you know, little divots in the sides. I mean, it's still pretty warm here, but it feels good. So we're going to let this cool for a little bit. We will cut into it and see what it looks like, and I'll bring you back when we get. And we're back. So we've let this cool down completely. I've sliced into it. You can see the inside of it is gorgeous. It is got a really tight crumb. Let's see if I can show you here. I mean, just how dense this is. I mean, this is going to make some amazing sandwich bread. And the smell, I mean, you can smell the dill and the onion in it. Yeah, this is going to be some good stuff. So, let's see if I can cut this one-handed here while I cut you. And I'll give it a little taste test here. Yeah. This is very, very good. This will make an excellent sandwich bread. So, I think this will go into the repertoire, and we'll be making this again. It looks like it did curve a little on the sides, but it doesn't seem to have affected it. So I guess it's just, I mean, this recipe wasn't designed for a Pullman pan, so maybe it was just how it reacted to that environment. But either way, it's perfect. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you come back and see us soon. And as always, I hope you had a great day.